not. I've been to Fashion Week 3 times. They really use it. This is a $120 iron all day long. We've got it for 4 easy payments. The other thing I need to let you know is this would normally be $120. It's a limited edition. We started with 3 colors and we've now sold out. My word, Diana, that's a lot of steam.
It's super awesome, isn't it?
So let's kind of start with 2 things. We've never, ever had an expert series, and we've never, ever, ever, ever had an 1800 watt.
Never had an 1800 watt expert series. It's amazing. We've never offered 3 colors. Sorry, 1 sold out, so there's 2 left. But it's always an amazing offer when it's Fashion Week, because we're partnering with these designers that are, like you said, making these very expensive fashions that they'd never want an iron that would leak and spit, but they need it to work and get the wrinkles out. So you're getting really top of the line.
So German engineered, made in Germany. Nobody does it better than a Rowenta. My grandmother was a seamstress. This was the iron of choice. I want you to see what 1800 watts does.
Yes.
And you know what? I'll tell you, I've shared this before. My dad was in the Air Force. My job was to iron his uniforms. And I hated ironing until I found a Rowenta.
Because you probably had an iron that looked like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know, when you talk about 18 watts, you talk about the most power allowed by U.S. law for an iron, but you also talk about cutting your ironing time in half. How much is your time worth? And being able to vertical steam as well as board iron. So you're really getting an iron and a steamer in one and getting the job done so much faster than you would with a typical iron.
So I want to show you the colors really quickly because you're seeing them. It's not the color, the whole color of the item itself.
The chassis is black.
The chassis is this, deep kind of charcoaly black. We're talking about the water reservoir.
Yes.
So that one's blue, and you can see it's a blue tint. This one is your silver tint, and that's what we're talking about with color. It's 4 easy payments, and I have to say, I guess I've gotten old. I don't know. I've gotten to the point in my life where I'd rather buy the appliance once and have it for years and years. I get it. This is a bit of an investment for an iron. But we get callers that are using Rowentas for years. For 15, 20 years. In fact, if you want to tell us about your experience with Rowenta, our number is 1-800-395-1601.
This is not a throwaway iron. This is going to change the way you feel about ironing if you've never used a good iron. This is going to cut your ironing time in half. People say to me, oh, ironing, who likes to iron? Well, I often say to them, well, what's your iron look like? Why don't you like ironing? Does it look like this? Did you spend $20, $30 on it? Does it leak? Does it spit? Do you fight with it? Well, this is why you probably don't like ironing. Our irons, look at the difference in the sole plate. See how ours is sort of a brushed gold? That's called platinum. That's a special proprietary coating that keeps it from scratching and lets it glide like butter over your clothes. 400 micro steam holes that go all the way to the tip. Now, inside your Brand X iron, you wonder, how come I don't get steam like that out of my iron? Because this is the typical steam chamber in one of those irons. You can't put any water in there, and they don't get to be 1800 watts typically. Our iron, this is the inside. So between the amount of water and 1800 watts, you can burst over and over and over again, getting those wrinkles out in one pass. It's all about the steam. The steam is what gets rid of the wrinkles.
Well, I want to go to the phones. Dara from California. Is it Dara or Dara? Are you there on the phone?
Yes.
Is it Dara
yes,
or Dara?
It's Dara.
Hi, Dara.
Hi, Dara. I'm Albany, and this is Diana. Do you have a Rowenta, or are you picking one up?
No, I have one, and I'm picking one up for a wedding gift because I just absolutely love them. I've bought one every time they've upgraded. I've bought one every time because there is not a better iron.
Oh, I love to hear you say that. You know, it makes such a difference when your clothes are pressed and you're able to present yourself in such a way that you look crisp and, polished.
Absolutely, and the steam on it makes it just there's just no better iron. I never used to like the iron, and now it's a pleasure. My husband has to wear really nice, crisp shirts for his job, and so ironing is a breeze now. So, boy, if anyone doesn't own one or they don't like ironing, they better buy one.
Oh, my word. Bless your heart. And I'll tell you what, you're going to look like a rock star given this iron for a wedding gift.
What a
this would
nice
normally be $120.
Exactly. I might just get another one for myself. I have the last newest one, but gee, it's always nice to have one extra one on hand just because you never know if you have another wedding coming up.
Oh, you're right.
That's a super nice, thoughtful gift.
Dara, thank you so much for calling. We appreciate you sharing your story.
Can you put me back so I can order the iron? I haven't done it yet.
I will do that. Thank you so much. I'll put you back now. Bye, Dara.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So she brings up a good question. If you've had an older iron, what will you see with 1800 watts?
1800 watts, you're going to see the ability to vertical steam as well as board iron. You're going to see the ability to actually burst multiple times before it has to heat up again. What's so nice is you're going to cut your ironing time in half, but you're going to still have that professional result because the steam is so powerful that it's loosening the wrinkles in that fabric and making your garment look perfect.
You know, my husband wears a suit for work, and I look at the suits. They're usually not dirty. They're just wrinkled.
Yeah,
or maybe they smell like the restaurant
right.
a little bit. Oftentimes, you can just freshen them up and save a trip to the dry cleaner. And that vertical cleaning works with all the beaded items like Quacker Factory and things like that.
In fact, that's a really great point. So if you have items with embellishments on them, like this one, for example, here's something from Quacker Factory. Well, you're not going to put a hot iron directly to the embellishments, but you can steam it. Steaming is safe for all garments. So whether you're freshening or taking the wrinkles out of something, you know, wedding season, you wouldn't necessarily put an iron directly on a wedding dress or a veil, but you certainly could use that powerful burst of steam to get the wrinkles out in one pass or in one burst.
This is a $120 iron all day long. This was a limited edition. It was done very special for the couture designers and stylists at Fashion Week. QVC was able to get some. Now, we are passing a huge savings on to you, but since it's limited edition, we only got a certain number. Since last Saturday, we've gone through over 10,000. Oh, now 12,000. Thank you, Erica. So 12,000 are now gone. We've completely sold out of the magenta. When you pick your color, you're talking about the color of the water reservoir. These are a little bit harder to see than the magenta was, but the blue here that you're seeing is the blue one. So black iron, blue water, and then this one's called silver. So it looks more of like a traditional. I have to say, I think it looks cool.
It does look cool. It's very sharp. It looks like a fancy sports car, if you ask me. One thing I want to point out is that the only complaint I've really ever heard about a Rowenta iron, sometimes the tanks are not able to be seen as far as the water line. Well, this time we listened to you and we made them transparent. So we tinted it. You can see the water, there it is. Fill it all the way up to max. Regular tap water, by the way. 30-second heat up time, and then burst and iron away and get that result.
Okay, look at the glide, but look at the knife edge on that too.
It's amazing. Really, I'm not putting any pressure on here. I am gliding it. I am guiding it. I am getting that perfect edge, that perfect crease.
The iron is
in
doing
one pass.
all the work, and that's tough linen.
Yes.
So I gotta say, if you've always wondered about the Rowenta and you're ready to invest in a better appliance and not throw away appliance, this is about 60 cents a day on our Easy Pay plan. When you use a major credit card, you qualify for Easy Pay. You get it home for $18.74. My last dry cleaning bill was more than that.
Easily.
So now you're saving money on dry cleaning. You're getting those terrible pockets. I don't know who invented cargo pockets, but I am over, because they usually look so
thick
messy.
and tough, and they look messy. You know, things happen. They come out of the dryer. They're wrinkled. You didn't get it out in time. Don't fret ironing. When you have a tool like a Rowenta, it's not going to take you any time. I have even not had time to get the board out, so I either burst it or I've even just put it on the top of my bedspread and ironed away right on there. You don't have to make this hard, yet let this work for you. Let this change the way you take care of your garments.
I have to tell you, it's almost like getting an iron and a steamer, because the burst of steam
Absolutely.
is so massive.
Definitely.
And that opens up a whole thing for your drapes, for your specialty items and more. It's a limited edition. We have now gone through over 12,000. The magenta is totally gone. And this is the debut of the Expert Series with the platinum plate and 1,800 watts, for crying out loud. That's the highest allowed by law, right?
They just by law.